I think that real estate is the best way to build wealth here in the Philippines. So we're going to answer why real estate is the fastest way to build wealth in the Philippines. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. My name is Larry Barberan and I am a licensed real estate broker here in the Philippines. So today, let's talk about this very important topic because I believe sa mga nag-invest sa real estate, ito marahil ay isang question na napaka-importante. Maybe it's not being asked so much, but I think it is always important that we talk about this. So, say for example, bakit may mga taong ordinaryo lang before, pero ngayon, milyonaryo na dahil sa real estate? In my career, I've seen a lot of people that are like that. Nag-umpisa sa walang-wala and then they started investing in real estate. Now, they have or they own multiple real estate properties. And habang yung iba, mataas na yung income, maganda na ang position sa trabaho, wala pa ring ipon. Now, here is the truth. Hindi sahod ang nagpapayaman. Ang nagpapayaman ay ang asset. Again, asset ang nagpapayaman sa tao. And one of the most powerful assets you can own in the Philippines is definitely real estate. Take it from the people that are rich, people that owns multiple real estate properties. Okay? Now, here's the reality in the Philippines. Sa Pilipinas, tumataas ang population every year. Tumataas, pataas ng pataas, and lumiliit din ang available na land property. So, that's why, companies do their land banking for future developments. Lumalaki ang demand sa housing. Pero ito, the supply, it's limited. That's why property values keep increasing over time. Pataas din ang pataas. When I started my career, yung dating 10,000 pesos per square meter, or actually it was like 8,000 pesos back in 2008 daw, because I started my career in 2012. But I heard people saying in 2008, it was only 8,000 per square meter sa Novali, Laguna. Now, the new properties or the new developments that's being launched there, you can buy it at 50K per square meter. Sa maraming tao sasabihin, sobrang mahal naman yan. Sobrang natinaas. And that is alright. That is a valid question. However, if you'll think about it, to those people that are investing, isn't it that it is actually a good news that yung money na ininvest nila nag-appreciate, tumaas ng tumaas? Because nauna sila, kaya nasakyan nila yung trend ng pag-angat ng property price. And they are enjoying that investment opportunity that they took back then in those years. So for investors, syempre okay yan. Now, example, kung bumili ka ng property worth 3 million today. Okay, let's talk about today. There is a high chance that it will become 5 million, 7 million, or maybe 10 million or more in the future. And take note, without you working for it every day. That is the power of real estate. Just leave it there, let it appreciate. You earn from the 3 million to say 10 million at 7 million. Hindi siya biro. Again, that's the power of real estate. Here is where it gets very, very exciting. In real estate, you don't need full cash. Ibig sabihin, you don't have to pay it in full. What you can do is either you can do 20 or leases 10% down payment. So, kung pwedeng biglaan ng 10% or 20%. Or sometimes, pagka medyo flexible pa ang offering ng isang project because kaka-launch lang, you can even, not put a spot down payment, instead have it stretch. Or ibig sabihin, walang bigla ang down payment and just pay whatever amount. Yeah. For like say 5 years. So imagine this, you put 500K for example, if you do spot down payment, 500K to 1 million as an example, but your property increases at 2 to 3 million over time. That's not a normal investing, di ba? That is what you call leverage. Your money is working harder than you, working harder for you, if you think about it. Okay. Now, real estate doesn't just grow, it pays you. You earn through Una, capital appreciation. Tumataas ang value ng binili natin na real estate every year. In fact, if I'll take into consideration the property pricing or the increase of our property or our developments here in Ayala Land, it grows every year for like 8 to 10%, or it's actually starts from around 5% to 8% to 10%, depende. Okay, so that is capital appreciation. Second is rental income. So you get monthly cash flow with your rental income. Third, short-term rentals. And fourth, flipping. So that means you buy it at low price and then you sell high. So you get to take advantage of that opportunity to earn money from the profit from whatever you put as a markup to whatever you paid for. So habang hawak mo yung property, kumikita ka na. If you think about it, kumikita ka na, tumataas pa ang value ng property na yun. So, I guess we can say that's double income, correct? Unlike stocks or crypto, real estate is, una, tangible. So, we're talking about safety and stability here. Real estate is, again, tangible. Nahawakan natin. You can hold it. It's there. It's an object that we can hold. Okay? Eventually, once it is turned over sa atin. Pangalawa, stable. Hindi basta-basta nawawala. Especially with Ayala Land, I don't remember any project na bumaba ang presyo. It's stable. It property price increases in time. Okay, and then pangatlo, inflation proof. Tumataas kasabay ng presyo ng mga bilihin. Okay, and in time of crisis, people still need a place to live. Kailangan pa rin natin ng titirhan. So meaning there will always be that opportunity for rental or for us to sell a property that we bought at a lower price. That's why real estate remains strong investment. Okay? Now, eto real talk natin. Why most people stay broke? Here is the problem. Most people wait too long. Maraming sinasabi dyan. Hindi ko pa kaya ngayon. Takot sa commitment or fear of commitment or fear. They fear commitment, I mean. And then pangatlo, focus on expenses, not assets. Very prevalent to. Nakikita natin to madalas. They focus on buying a lot of things, which is obviously the expenses, and assets, no, or itinatabi ang decision na yan. Ito, madalas natin naririnig nga, hindi pa kaya ngayon. Hindi ko pa kaya ngayon eh. But 5 years later, mas lalo nang hindi na kaya. That's because the property prices tumaas lang. Hindi nag-aantay sa atin yan, after 5 years, obviously tumaas na yan, hindi ka inantay, and the property price has gone up for sure. Here is the wealth formula. If you really want to build wealth in the Philippines, follow this. Una, buy your first property early. Hanggat maaari, maaga. Pangalawa, let it appreciate. Hayaan mo siya dyan ng mga ilang taon. Let it appreciate. Okay? Keep it. Sometimes, and I learned this from the Chinese clients that I had, bumibili sila para pampamana sa mga kamag-anak. Pamangkin, in fact, there's this client of mine na bumili para sa pamangkin. Imagine that, ang galing, ano? And then, third, use it to leverage your next property. So, this is more of the strategy. We'll talk about this more in the future. But yeah, you can use it to leverage for your next property. Buy more. Okay? And then fourth, repeat the process. So, if you do this, you just have to repeat it, and this will make you someone that will have a multiple properties in the future. And this is how the rich do it. Ganito sila mag-isip. Yung mga investor na mga mayayaman na nakilala ko, this is how they do it. They don't just save money. They multiply it through assets. So the question is not about kaya mo ba bumili. The real question is hanggang kailan ka maghihintay habang tumataas ang presyo. Dahil patuloy na tataas ang presyo niyan eh. Diretso lang yan. Hindi titigil. That's because in real estate, the earlier you start, hanggat maaga, the faster you will build wealth. Just like any other investment, habang mas maaga, mas maganda because you'll have a tendency to maximize the income potential by the property appreciation. And if you're having it rented out, then obviously you continue your cash flow, you get to enjoy the monthly rental income. And again, in the future, if you'd like to flip it, then you have your money more than what you paid for. Okay, so if you are serious about investing or starting your real estate journey, you can message me. I'll help you find the right property based on your goals, whether it is for investment or for rental or for your long-term wealth. Sigurado meron tayong may offer sa inyo. As I'm working with Ayala Land, we have projects nationwide, mula Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Definitely, meron kayong po pwedeng pag-investan, and you are sure that you are investing in a good property, a reputable company, and therefore, your money will grow for sure. So let's build your portfolio the right way. If you have any question, feel free, put them in the comment section below. I hope nakatulong tong video na to, and if you want more of this, subscribe to my channel. Feel free to ask questions so we could make more videos like this that I hope could help. Okay, again, thank you so much for watching. Until next time,